guys, so today we are at Ace Performance. I'm here with Adam and we are going to get into a simulation. So the last time I done a race or a simulation was about 9 weeks ago at Hyrox Manchester. I've been doing a strength phase, I've been lifting some weights, trying to get a bit stronger to tackle this, the sled, and now I've got about 6, 7 weeks until Hyrox World. It's time to really start that conditioning piece. I'm starting off with a bang. Adam is an absolute beast of an athlete. We're going to walk through. He's just set up this gym. It's a brand new facility. It's absolutely fantastic. It's lovely. We'll show you it all in a little bit. And we're going to walk through how he sets up a simulation, some of the tricks that we do to get it as close to a race possible, how it looks, how he sets it up, how we get ready for race day, and yeah, simulation, trial by fire. Let's get into it. So where are we?
So we are at Ace Performance, and we're nestled right between Newton and Warrington in a place called Winnick Quay. It's just off junction 9 on the M62, so very accessible from all directions.
So what are we doing here today? How are we gonna break this down? How's it gonna work in this shiny brand new facility? How are we gonna do it?
So I've labelled and mapped out already the 500 metre mark and a kilometre mark, obviously because we're going to be doing a kilometre. We'll just run to the 500 metres, spin it round and come back in. When we come back in, we've got all the kit here needed for the simulation. We've obviously got the skiers, we've got the rowers, but for the sleds, which can cause a little confusion sometimes, we have loaded these up for a replica weight for the pro weights, which is what we're going to be practicing with.
So you've qualified for Worlds, right?
Yep.
You've qualified for Worlds, and you've qualified via Open and via Pro, because you just can do it all. So because we're going to Worlds, we're going to be looking at pro weight, because you have to compete at pro weight. So we've loaded these up to a point of, we're working off a scale of RPA, which we've discussed in the past. We're working off a scale of about 8 out of 10. These are pretty heavy. We looked at the service that we're working off. It's very similar to how we're going to get in Hyrox, the style we're going to get. So we've loaded these plates up. We've got to try and really feel that. And that's one of the ways of replicating the simulation as much as we can. Have we got everything else that we need? How are we doing there? Is there anything else that we're missing? Is there anything else that you're worried about? Or have we got it all covered?
We've got it all covered. We've got the pro weights for the kettlebells as well, the 32 kilos for that. We've got the 9 kilo wall ball for the wall balls. Only have one wall ball, so what we've discussed and what we're going to do is, as one's performing the wall balls, there's going to be the other person performing dumbbell thrusters with a little bit heavier than we would than the actual ball.
That won't do us any harm. So with the simulation, there's always a little bit of how does it translate, how do you feel compared to an actual race. Now, we have a 1K course mapped out for us. I like to at the end, I don't know about you, I don't know if you've done this in the past, I always try and add on like 3 minutes to my time to try and get a real replica of what it actually looks like, and that's because we have the rock zone. Now we're going to come right in off the K. The door is right behind you, and we're going to come right in into our next station. There's no rock zone. So I'm right turning around today and I break 55 minutes and I'm like, well, Hunter, watch out, I'm coming for you. It's not true. So I had that time on always to try and give me a true reflection of where I'm at. Or if you're doing this and you've got the capability of doing it, do an extra 100 meters every run. Like, there's an opportunity there to go, right, if you do it on the treadmill, do 1.1 on the treadmill for your K. Build it in to build the fatigue and get used to it. There's always a way of trying to find out what your true simulation time is. It makes it a little bit closer. Simulations get confusing and they get hard, so today we're going to try and find out where we're at. I've got about 7 weeks now to the World, the Pro. It's time to start doing some conditioning. I'm doing it now because it gives us that enough time to build that next cycle up. There's no way of starting and getting in with one of the guys who knows what he's doing best and seeing how we get on. So your pro time is 64, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm 64 too, so we've both got a 64 time. I'd say I'm a bit fatigued from Battle Bunker. I'm a little bit, my excuses are in, I'm not quite feeling it, but you know what, we're going to have a good go. We're going to have a little play today and just see where we come out and see where we land. And it's a good starting point for the next 7 weeks of training and push on.
Yeah, sounds good to me. 7 weeks to go.
Boom. So with simulations, do you do them very often?
Not very often. I have done 1 or 2 before races in the past. Okay. I do find them helpful though.
Yeah, you find they're practical, they work well?
Absolutely, to practice all the moves.
Yeah, okay. So I think there's something with them where you get an opportunity to practice your strategy, and it's an opportunity to go, right, okay, how's this going to work? Even with things like nutrition. So if you're going to be racing for over 70 minutes, you might want to start thinking about, okay, do I want to take a gel? Do I want to use something there that's going to help me get through this for a little bit longer of an event? Anything under 70 minutes, you probably don't need it, but it all works, and it's all an opportunity to try in a simulation to see if that is something that works for you. So my recommendation would be to start building these in. You don't need to do them every week. You don't even need to do them at 100% effort. You can try them at like 75% effort and just go through the motions and say, okay, am I going to do these wall balls and sets of 5s? Am I going to do them as sets of 20s? Like, where are you at? Because when you get to the end of the race, it feels different. And if you don't have a strategy in place, if you don't have a thing in your back of your mind, a plan, mental game starts coming into it. So there's an opportunity there to go, right, I know when I come off that rower, I'm going to have a gel. Does that work for me? I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try it out in a few different spots and see how it fits with my stomach off the run. Okay, I'm going to get to those wall balls. Am I going to do sets of 10s? How does that work? My legs fall apart and I start missing my depth. Even put a camera on it, even just get a friend, or even just set up a tripod and sit around and go, am I hitting depth on that if I start breaking into groups of 20? Or am I going to start getting no reps? And if everything falls apart there, it gets difficult to the favour the later it goes. But check with the burpees too, check where you're sitting, check if you're hitting the standards, where your hands get in place, and you're doing them in 2 bigger sets before you need to stand up, take a big breath and go again. This is your opportunity. You've got a couple of simulations before Worlds now, so just start playing with it and seeing, can you tweak it and does it make a difference for you? So, have a go.
Stop that. Stop that.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's get this.
Stop that. Stop that. Yeah. I hear him chatting the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch man, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees, I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one man, forget my peace. You take the west, I take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah. I hear him chatting the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch man, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees, came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chatting the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch man, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chatting the noise, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize, they'll tell me I'm awesome, yeah. I hear him chatting the noise, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize, they'll tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch man, please use caution.
The last one was like 350.
That's it.
Yeah, you were closing the gap. I was like, I didn't expect to be overtook, so I was like hammering it, thinking, oh my god, don't lose this now. Like that was absolute. That was a 350, but I'd say on the third one, he went to 405.
Yeah.
I'd say in a minute, but I'd say 405 probably was the average.
That's decent, mate.
It's alright, like, yeah. You always have on the skis, well, no, you're really smooth. And your pace is still in that like sub 150s.
Yeah, 148, I aim for on the skis.
You're just like, and it looks smooth. I'm like, I I just ignore that. I get bored of it and it tires me out. Like,
that's exactly why you want to be more.
I know, but I get bored of it. It's not like, I've been working on this strength because my sleds aren't good.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. I'm just not very good at them. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind working on something I'm not good at.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't think I'm bad. I don't think I lose any time. I'm not really. Like, I lost 3 or 4 seconds to your max on the street. I'm like, found what?
Yeah.
Like, but I find it really boring. Like, I'm just there, like, no matter what I do, it's like, this is so, it takes ages. Like, it just feels like it takes an eternity to finish 1,000 meters on a scale. Like, oh my god, get me off this. Oh guys, that was absolutely brutal. Oh, I can't even think straight. But we had a great time, we had great facility, absolute pleasure to come down and get in here with Adam today. We pushed each other all the way. First time back in doing that kind of thing, so we'll hopefully get another one in, try and get another one of these in before the day and start seeing the improvements hopefully. But it was about 62 minutes including the rock zone, but it's rough, it's a simulation, it's just a baseline, time to start seeing how we can improve, take away, look at the data, look at the heart rate, see what's happened, see what's been going on, and see what we can start working on, start making that plan, progress, and really start building the road towards the World Championships. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and hopefully we'll see you next time.